Good morning, Shino here. Get ready to be shocked. Obama has actually done something. Yep, he's actually done something. This is from Reuters. U.S. military strikes Yemen after missile attacks on U.S. Navy ships. The U.S. military launched cruise missile strikes on Thursday to knock out 3 coastal radar sites in areas of Yemen controlled by Iran-aligned Houthi forces, retaliating after failed missile attacks this week on U.S. Navy destroyers, U.S. officials said. The strikes, authorized by President Barack Obama, represents Washington's first direct military action against suspected Houthi-controlled targets in Yemen's conflict. Still, the Pentagon appears to stress the limited nature of the strikes, aimed at radar, that enable the launch of at least 3 missiles against the U.S. Navy ship USS Mason on Sunday and Wednesday. Quote, "These limited self-defense strikes were conducted to protect our personnel, our ships, and our freedom of navigation," unquote, Pentagon spokesman Peter Cook said. U.S. officials, speaking on the condition of anonymity, said U.S. Navy destroyers U.S. Nizi launched the Tomahawk cruise missiles around 4 a.m. Quote, "These radars were active during previous attacks, an attempted attack on ship in the Red Sea," unquote, including the USS Mason, one of the officials said, adding the targeted radar sites were in remote areas where the risk of civilian casualties was low. The official identified the area in Yemen where the radar were located as near Ras Asa, north of Mukah, near Kokha. Shipping sources told Reuters sites were hit in Danab district of Tayaz province, a remote area overlooking the Bab al-Mandab Strait, known for fishing and smuggling. Safe passage. The failed missile attacks on the USS Mason appeared to be part of the reaction to suspected Saudi-led strike on mourners gathered in Yemen Houthi-held capital Sana'a. The Houthis, who are battling the internationally recognized government of Yemen, President Rabu Mansour al-Hadi, denied any involvement in Sunday's attempt to strike the USS Mason. On Thursday, the Houthis reiterated a denial that has carried out the strikes and said that they did not come from areas under their control. A news agency controlled by the group reported a military source as saying, "The allegations were false pretexts to, quote, escalate aggression and cover up crimes committed against the Yemeni people," unquote, the source said. U.S. officials have told Reuters there was growing indication that Houthi fighters or forces aligned with them were responsible for Sunday's attempted strikes, in which 2 coastal cruise missiles designed to target ships failed to reach the destroyer. The missile incidents, along with October 1st strikes on a vessel from the United Arab Emirates, add to questions about safety of passage for military ships around the Bab al-Mandab Strait, one of the world's busiest shipping routes. The Houthis, who are allied to Hadi's predecessor, Ali Abdu Salah, have the support of many army units and control most of the north, including capital Sana'a. The Pentagon warned against any future attacks. Quote, "The United States will respond to any further threats to our ship and commercial traffic as appropriate," unquote, Cook said. The United Arab Emirates, a leading member of the Saudi-led Arab coalition fighting to end Houthi control denounced the attack on the Mason as an attempt to target the freedom of navigation and to inflame the regional situation. Michael Knights, an expert on Yemen conflict in the Washington Institute for Near East Policy, suggests the Houthi fighters from Shiite sect could be becoming more military aligned with a group such as Lebanon's Shiite military group Hezbollah. Quote, targeting U.S. warships is a sign that the Houthis have decided to join the axis of resistance that currently includes Lebanese Hezbollah, Hamas, and Iran, Knight said. Although Thursday strikes against the radar aimed to undercut the ability to track and target U.S. ships, the Houthis are still believed to possess missiles that could pose a threat. Reuters has reported the coastal defense cruise missiles used against USS Mason had considerable range, fueling concern about the kind of weaponry the Houthis appear willing to employ, and some of which U.S. officials believe is supplied by Iran. One of the missiles fired on Sunday traveled more than 24 nautical miles before splashing in the Red Sea off of Yemen's southern coast, one U.S. official said. So guess what? The President of the United States actually did something this time. He knocked out some satellite receivers over there in Yemen. This is Shindo. Have a good Thursday.